Early Friday morning, it's trash day. I have to run to beat the garage door. Ready, set, go. And step over the beam. Probably none of that came out. See how it worked. Hey, it's Scott. It is Saturday, about 8:30 in the morning, and I am headed into work. We're going to hang up some new Wi-Fi access points. We were using some good quality Cisco brand consumer grade Wi-Fi access points, but they just weren't cutting it. Haven't been for a long time. So we are getting a bunch of enterprise level Wi-Fi access points that all go to a central system, and once they're all hooked to the same network, you can have, I think we got 18 access points. We're going to hang several of them today in key locations, and we're going to try, they all go back to a single point, a controller. And you change the settings on the controller and it feeds the information out to the access points. So once you change one, you've changed them all. So that's why they call it enterprise. So this is a professional grade system, several $1,000s worth of equipment, and hopefully it will fix our Wi-Fi issue. Because if you look at we have some software now that shows you what's going on, and a special receiver that does, it's a wide bandwidth receiver, shows you what's going on with not just our network but all the networks around it, and interference and things that are happening outside of your control. The lines that go all over the place, it's ridiculous when you try to read these, the charts that it puts out. It puts out a three-dimensional chart of what's happening in real time, and it is a mess. We're on the 6th floor of a 12-story building, and I think every single other company in there has 9,000 access points. When people ask me, what's wrong with the Wi-Fi? I go into their office with my phone. I've got a little app on there that shows the other available access points, just the ones that are advertising, and it's the bandwidth looks crowded. But when you look at this software, you realize that every time you turn on a microwave, you see a lump go through the bandwidth. Every time you turn the lights on and off in a room, you can see the lines jump. I mean, this is really a sensitive piece of equipment that does the reading. And it is amazing how much the little light switch devices we have these switches, they're motion detectors. When you walk in, it turns the lights on into some of the offices. These things cause interference in the bandwidth for Wi-Fi. So the next step to help with the Wi-Fi after we do this infrastructure setup is probably to get rid of some of those light switches. Because some of them seem to cause real interference. It's ridiculous. So I love this. There's got to be a name for this kind of art where you just painted something on top of another surface, and you get this sort of leftover artwork. And I know y'all have seen this one before. You've seen this one too. That's not me. Somebody else did that one. But the same people who did this back one, my parents, who gave us the tables, also did this one. They're loaning us another table for a garage sale. Well, it is now Sunday morning-ish. I had a good day at work. It was awesome. We were the only ones there. Got a lot done, and no one disturbed us once. It was awesome. For once, I was the guy on top of the ladder instead of the guy on the bottom. And he basically handed me stuff while I got stuff done. That was pretty interesting. I'd like to thank my dad for teaching me how to drill through sheetrock. Because that's basically what we did. We hung the new Wi-Fi access points up on the wall, ran cables to them, that sort of thing. So it was actually a lot of fun to get something done in a few hours without having a million people that are begging you to get their Wi-Fi working while you're trying to work on the Wi-Fi. But anyway. So Natalie brought this home, and it is just basically a wicker couch kind of thing. And she she acquired it at a garage sale. They gave it to her, and I can tell why, because it's not really outdoor furniture. It won't survive the outdoor very long, but it takes up a huge amount of space. So what I'm going to do is, it is in my studio area. So this is where I normally film my vlogs. This is my light, and this is the wall I usually come up against. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it on top of that guy. and maybe move that down a little bit so the light will still shine over. First things first, I got to get the car moved forward. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out so I have room to swing. There we go. Film myself getting killed here. All right. Hold on. There. Oh, shit. Don't do that. Is that neutral? Is that reverse? That is park. There, that's neutral. Okay. It's lighter than I thought. Yeah! Urban tumbleweed. Chase this one. Chase one down the street. The other one was up in the grass. So I'm sitting here wanting to get the car back in the garage, and the only way I can do that is to start the engine and actually back it up. Done it once before, and what I typically do is back it up until the front wheels get over the lip, and then I stop and I measure and I push from that point on, because I'm so terrified of pushing this shelf back into my daughter's room. And I can't really use this because I can't see it well enough. Anybody who knows me understands I can't see shit, so. Nat came out and berated me again for tearing up her plant over here. So I told her if she cut the dead stuff off, the living stuff would have a better shot. So she came out here and trimmed it all down and left the pile because she said, "Oh, I'm about to pass out from the heat." I was like, "Pace yourself, baby." But anyway, so I'm gonna pick it up. Oh, great. I'm already starting to itch.